My name's Deborah Rodby and I am the Youth Liaison Officer for Nexus, and I represent the Nexus as the victim for restorative justice.
Deborah, I just want to talk about one of the incidents that's happened and kind of the effects. So there was an incident where some of your windows were put through on the metro, and what sort of impact that has on you and effect on others, wider effect?
Yeah, it's a massive impact to our service when a train has to go out of service. We can't run the metro with windows that are out because for safety issues people could fall out and the trains are travelling at high speed. So this now has to go out of service, and as soon as we have a gap in service, that has an impact on our passengers because they're expecting the train to turn up. They might have an appointment to a hospital, and they could be going on a flight. All the things that you want to get to somewhere on time, and we're not delivering that service. And then that has an impact on our reputation as well, because it looks like we're not trying to do our jobs properly, when really it was no fault of our own that this window was damaged and we couldn't run that service anymore.
Right, so there is a massive impact on not just yourselves, but like financial as well. But the public using this, as you say, for work, for getting to airports, there's possibility of missing flights and not getting to work on time. So it is a huge, huge impact. Have you worked with the youth offending and restorative justice in the past?
Yeah, I've worked with them many times and we have a good working relationship. It's great to see how the young person, whatever the crime they've committed, acknowledges what they've done. We'll come along, we'll have a conversation. The trouble is, a lot of children, they treat the metro as a playground and they don't realise how dangerous it is. So it's great that I can come in at the end of restorative justice, have that conversation with that young person and tell them not only what impact it has on the service, but actually what injuries that could have occurred to them. And I don't think they think about that they put themselves in danger. So for me, for a safety aspect as well, it means I get to talk to them on two fronts, safety and obviously the impact of their criminal activities.
If the young people aren't wanting to meet the victim, some of them are a little bit anxious, you've designed a booklet that they can work with?
Yeah, that's right. I've designed a set of 5 workbooks. It's so that they can go through their crime and reflect. So I asked them a bit about what they understand their crime was about, what impact they think it would have on other people, and then right at the end I asked them to reflect on it. So I'm hoping that when they use these workbooks that they do really sit and think about the consequences. And to be honest, you just want them to have that chance to recognise that they've done something wrong, but then just to be able to move on, leave it in the past and turn their lives around and not go down a wrong track, because we all do silly things.
How do you feel that you get something from meeting the young people or getting something from them working?
Yeah, I definitely think we do, because like I say, it's great for me to be able to make sure that they realise what dangers they're putting themselves in, or other people, because if they have damaged, say, a fire extinguisher on a station and we have a fire, that could have a massive impact of loss of life if we can't get a fire out while waiting for the fire brigade. It's all them sort of things that they don't think about. Breaking glass, they could cut themselves, and it might not just be a simple cut, it could be a very dangerous cut. So they just don't think about the bigger consequences. And I think talking to them and actually getting that message across to them, and then they actually, you sometimes see it in their faces that actually realise, what sort of danger they had actually put themselves in. And for me, I think that's the biggest message that I can get out of this, is that I need to make sure that they are safe and realise the bigger consequences.
Right, thank you very much for that, Deborah. I think as well, from my work with, joint work with yourself and speaking to the case managers, that they feel that the input that you have with the young people and the work, although it's in its early days, the few people that's done them at the moment have really benefited from these. So I think in the future we can sort of have a look at that, and I think it'll be really good sort of work that's going on. Mm-hmm. Well, thank you very much for your time.
You're welcome.